guys, welcome back to Jess Checks Out. I am Jess, and we're doing some things different this year. First of all, I have a cute little animated gift. I don't know if you can see it. I kind of enjoyed making it, a little animation thing, because I wanted an opening that was cute, and I love hedgehogs. If you don't know, I collect hedgehogs everywhere. They're all over my shelves and all kinds of stuff. So, hedgehogs go everywhere I go. I'm just reading a book. I'm very happy and easy to please. Okay, so 2022 was very chaotic because I was pregnant most of it. I had COVID. Then my daughter was born, and if you've ever had a newborn, you know that reading times are random, which is why I didn't get to some of the books I wanted to, but they have rolled over onto the 2023 list, and so I will continue on reading those. I also have some arcs from authors I really love who I consider to be really good people, and so I can't wait to talk about those. I will have videos for those coming up. I usually don't take arcs anymore because I can't read physically, but this one came with an audiobook, so ha 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 ha. Okay, so the typical, opening of the year video, and so for this one, I'm just going to talk about what my reading goals and my channel goals are, because those are actually two very different things. So, first up, I'm going to talk about the reading, and that's kind of important because that's, for me, even more than the channel, and I am trying to expand what I am doing this year. And, oh, look, I got a new handy. Oh, sorry, that's German for telephone. I got a new handy. So I can actually read, and I don't have to, try and look off screen and stuff. Isn't that nice? Okay, so, first of them is my reading goal for this year is 60 books, and that's 5 books a month, and that's just simply because I will read way more than that. In 2022, I read 120 out of 75. Now, as having read. So that kind of eliminates usually about 10% of whatever books I'm reading a year. So I just kind of put that in together that way. And, 5 books a month is pretty good, especially considering some of the stuff coming up that I'm going to talk about with the goals. All right. It's a very simple goal for me. I like simple goals. I'm taking them where I can get them. Yeah. Okay. Now, a next goal is to read 3 books in a genre I rarely read. I'd never read, but then I realized I've actually read quite a few genres without realizing it. So I kind of adapted. So for me, I'm picking space operas. I have Bluebird, which was on my anticipated reads of 2022 that I never got around to because, well, it's 14 hours in time. But I have that one, and I also would like to reread another one, I think it's Spark of White Fire, and I'd like to continue on in that series. And also, I'm trying to diversify what I'm doing, right? And let's be real, I grew up loving soap operas. Love them. So to me, a space opera, you got me. I mean, I also loved The Fifth Element when I was a teen, so there's that too, right? It is. I like what I like. Okay, so that makes it really simple, really easy. I like it. We're good with that. And then, okay, the next one is kind of important to me because I realized that I don't like necessarily the idea of what I've been reading, but I also need to read more of what I think I would like. And that is simply, I'm going to read 6 classics by women. And I started reading that. I read The Christmas Hirelings in December, and I really liked it. I've read Frankenstein, and I've read some more, but I want to read a little bit more outside of my genre. So I've picked out a few books already, and they're available, and I can get them done in the first half of the year because I have Audible Plus for another, I think, month or so. So it gives me a little bit of leeway there. Then, of course, it has to go away, and I'll have to find other ways of reading it. But I want to read, Virginia Woolf, and there's one called The Enchanted April, I think. And those are both on Audible Plus, and those are easy, fast reads for me. Okay. And there's so many books that I have never read that I want to, be a little bit more cognizant of what classics really mean. It doesn't always mean, Charles Dickens. Even though I love A Christmas Carol. Oh, you can hear about that and, The Christmas Hirelings in my Christmas Carol tag video. It says Happy Holidays, and then the little bannery thing is read 6 books set outside Western Europe or the US. And I say Western Europe specifically because I think that a lot of times things kind of get lumped in, but there are different regions in Europe that kind of get forgotten a lot when you talk about it, like Central Europe, for instance. It's a pretty wide and varied, and it's an area that has its own history. But I also want to try and kind of leave that area alone a bit And to go beyond that, I want to go to places like I loved Earth Eater, which is set in Argentina in 2022, and I'd like to do more of that, which will play into another of my things in just a second. But I want to expand what I read and what I don't read and what I'm consuming, and that's kind of the goal this year, is to kind of give myself 24 books that are outside of my usual, right? Because I can get very stuck in my happy places, and I don't want to do that. I want to get a little bit more outside of myself, because I can't teach my daughter to be brave if I'm not brave enough to at least try something different in a book. All right, so the next one is, to go along with that, but it's different, 3 translated books independent of the other goals. So the other ones could technically be stacked. I don't want to, but they could technically if I wanted to. This one is absolutely unstackable, and that is, I simply want to read 3 translated books into English as something else, you know, and as from somewhere else, another culture, another idea, another reality. One on hold in the library right now that I'm going to be reading in January, another one that I will be getting from Scribd later in the year. And so I'm just trying to kind of vary what I'm reading a bit. Because again, Earth Eater was amazing, and it was translated from Spanish, and I'll talk about it more in my, you know, rewarding reads of 2022, but I want to mention it because it's kind of what inspired this idea. So I'm like, up for it. Okay, and then second, and I guess lastly for the reading goals, is to read 8 books from my shelf. And just say that I'm going to read 8 other books that are on my shelf. Because I have a lot. My friend actually bought me a book for my birthday that I still have not gotten to. And I have a plethora of books up there. I'm not showing them to you because, wow, that shelf is dirty. But, you know, I have a whole bunch of books I can read. And these are the books that I have to figure out how to get rid of. But they're kind of like my 2 go-away books. Okay, so that's my reading goals. Not too bad. Pretty simple. I think it's like 24 books out of the, you know, projected 60. That gives me a lot of playroom, and it gives me a lot of length, and like, it doesn't matter if it's novella, you know, novel, epic novel. Like, it varies what you see, right? And so I want to give myself that playroom. Okay, now for the channel, I have some different goals. So the first one is, I'm planning on having at least 2 reviews a month. I'm going to try and do those because those are pretty simple to make. They're fast, they're easy. 1, 2, 3, done. And, you know, I can edit them quickly between when my daughter is sleeping and stuff like that. I'm trying to think of these things like logically. Again, that's the word of this video, I think, but I'm trying to do things in a logical manner for myself. The next thing is, I want to do at least 6 vlogs this year. And I say that because I sometimes forget to finish them. Like, I have a whole bunch. I actually deleted them stupidly that I probably could have put up from last year. But, you know, it was a matter of, I enjoy communicating, but I sometimes just don't remember to get out the camera because I had to put on my mask. Because this mask is not leaving until my teeth get fixed. That is one standard that I'm giving myself. Because this is the one thing that I am very unsure of about my looks for the most part, and YouTube is very aesthetic and very like, you have to look a certain way, and I have to run it that way. Sorry about the light. It's, again, I'm in Germany, and right now the sunlight is kind of like waving. It's January 1st and it's been really rainy, and so that, and plus the overhead light. Sorry about that. Everyone on my list is getting better at editing and lighting. I'm working on it, I promise. It's just going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I'm going to have to do it in between everything else. Again, lighting, I can't always control because being in Germany, it's very difficult. And we have these windows. Like, our windows are not small boxes like they are back in the States, you know, the little ones. Ours are like wide, long, and so it's very hard to find good curtains for them because of that. So, you know, you kind of have to run with what you can. You can only do it when you can record, and my recording times can vary. And to that is the last channel goal, and it's very simple. It's to be easy on myself. That's it. Just to remember that it's okay if I fail at these, if I don't get all of them done. It's okay if I have to work a little harder or less hard, and I just concentrate on other things going on in my life, and just to remember that this is a joy. This is for fun. This is not for anything else. This is just for fun. So I don't have to put that pressure on myself to be something that I'm not. Okay, those are my goals. Let's see if I can accomplish them. I will see in, I guess, January 1st, 2024, how much I got done. Hopefully, I can at least get the reading goals done because those are fairly easy. And hopefully, I can put in some more vlogs because, again, I enjoyed them. I found them very interesting to see how I react to a book almost live versus later on. And that's it. So I can go home now, right? Oh, right, I am home. Right, right, right. But I can leave you guys and you can go do whatever you got to do for the day because your time is precious as mine. So I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to subscribe, like, hit the bell, comment below. Tell me what you want me to say at the end of these things because I'm always so terrible at them. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. So is my glasses when it comes to these masks. But hey, you know, I keep forgetting to put this dish detergent on it, and so this is what happens. Oh yeah, do you like this? My husband found these for this Christmas a couple years ago. I like it. It's a very cute mask. I love a good cute dog.